Just saw my first Roadrunner. That was pretty interesting. They're kind of cool looking until you find out that they eat baby quail. And then you're like, they're not so cool looking. But they kind of remind me of the cartoons that I grew up with. The Looney Tunes, I think that's what they were, with the Roadrunner. Beep, beep. Anyway, this is a message regarding a couple things. I posted a video that I did of Laszlo, and you can find out a lot about his work on his website. He's older now, you can tell, but he's still around, and he talks a lot about the Akashic Records. And for you, if you're new to my channel, I am an Akashic Record reader and accessor. You can email me at smilecitrine@protonmail.com for a reading. They're $155 till the end of this month. I mean $175, but you could do a 3-pack for $150 each. I think next month they're going to be over $200. I used to charge $225, $250 a reading, and it was always a divine connection. So if you feel drawn that way, I got a chance to teach a class at the Edgar Cayce Center in Houston, and I've been doing Akashic Record readings for over 10 years. It's a very high vibration place to go into, and it's a place where you've been known and loved all your lifetimes. And you get amazingly great, loving guidance and information. Sometimes they pull on some of my information, but I mean, I don't always remember in that space, so we record it. If you remember when I did the Humanity Share for 2024, some people were bothered because I asked about this election. And I got that neither Biden or Trump would be on the ballot. Now, I don't know, I haven't gone back in, so I don't know if Trump will still be on the ballot or not, but if he hadn't turned his head, apparently he would not have been on the ballot. So that's kind of interesting. And so part of me feels like, you know, anything in the future, there are so many outcomes based on your thought process. And I like the idea of change because I haven't been involved in politics, even though that's what I studied, and I grew up in the DC area, so we read the Washington Post every day, and we talked a lot about politics and C-SPAN and things like that. And my ex-partner is an attorney who was also a lobbyist and worked for the Ways and Means Committee, so that's just a strong part of my life. And when President Obama appointed ex-executives from Monsanto into high positions at the USDA, I decided I wasn't going to get involved in that anymore, because it was like, because I liked him so much, and it just didn't feel right. So anyway, that's what I do like Kennedy, because I feel like he's authentic. He's walked an amazing journey all his life. He feels like Archangel Michael to me. He doesn't have an agenda for himself. He's married to this beautiful woman that he adores. He's doing work that he loves, helping people. He doesn't need money. He's a recovering addict, and he'll tell you that every day for the last 35 years or more. He walks these 12-step program, which I'm learning more about, and it's all about that connection to Source, that connection to God. And gosh, in so many ways, we need somebody like that in the U.S. I mean, we've let Monsanto dictate our food, you know. Somebody showed me the other day that the organic frozen vegetables I'm buying from Whole Foods come from different countries, and they do. Well, you know, they didn't come from China, but it's like Ecuador and Mexico, and I had felt like buying frozen organic veggies was a good thing. So anyway, that's just a personal thing. The thing that I'm going to go back and do the records for this week, with Humanity, and I may ask about this election, and if you want to use the fact that you're spiritual and that's why you're not interested in an election or whatever, that's fine. I mean, I did an interview yesterday with Dr. Bruce Lipton, and he's not into the politics of anything, and I did, and his nephew Alex Lipton, we were in the interview, I was interviewing Alex as well. And Alex is very much in this fact that we co-create our world every day. And I just wanted to give you an idea. I'm not a cheap person, and I've had people in my life that are cheap, and I've had people that are very generous. And so, but I just wanted to let you know I made a decision that was kind of cheap because I needed a new gas cap. And I bought a knockoff gas cap that fits, but my car is so smart. So the check engine light came on, and I'm getting ready to do a lot of cross-country driving and stuff. So I was like, well, I immediately thought this is a good thing. I'll get the car checked out again, before I leave on this big drive. I wouldn't want this to happen, and I've got a mechanic in Sedona that I love and trust. So I took the car to him. And it turns out that my car detected that it wasn't a Volvo gas cap, and so it caused the check engine light to come on. I'm like, that's what I get for being cheap, right? And so anyway, and it comes from, when you're cheap, there's some aspect of you that believes in lack, or limitation of different things in your life. And that would be my message today for people, is when you're cheap, it's like it's a way of separating people too, and you probably see other people as wealthy or not, and so it's kind of a core thing, I think, around this thing. My mother was a very generous person. My dad was cheap, but my mother was not. So I'm a product of both, I guess. But and then I look around at some of the, you become the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, or something like that. And so I'm like, I want to make sure I just have literally generous people around me that believe in abundance, and they don't believe in any limitation in the world, and that we can create whatever we want, right? So that was really refreshing about our interview yesterday. So that's fun. And so I've got a couple more interviews for the film, The Revelation of You, and I'll have some sort of landing page either on the Shine Your Inner Light site or on the Revelation of You page that we'll be setting up, where I will capture your email address and send you updates on the film. I'm learning much more about subtle energy fields, and I'm really happy that this knowing that that's where the AKASHIC is, that's where your vibrational history is, and I don't know fully how all that works, and I don't necessarily need to know all the logistics or the specifics. And I think that's one of the things the masters have said to me that I'm really present with, and that's, why do you always need proof of anything? Why can't you just accept what feels right to you rather than doing all this analysis? Why do people always want proof? Like when we were talking about proof of life, proof of the afterlife, they were reiterating humans want proof of life, proof of life, proof of life, and why do we need, that's faith, right? And that's what Jesus would have us all want to know. Faith in how powerful we are, faith in our truth, as creator beings, and really owning that I am, I am powerful, I am eternal, I am loving, I am adorable, I am living my best life, so own living your best life. And I wish you all abundant love today, and joy, and happiness. And I will probably leave a video tomorrow, or maybe later today. I'll open up the Akasha of Humanity and see what's happening for this week. And if you want a reading, or if you want to buy a packet of them, you can buy a packet of 3 for $150 each for an hour, and you can give them away to people if you want to do that. Anyway, much love to you all. Take care.